Alrighty. Hello. Here we are again. It's always such a pleasure. Um, uh, Today I definitely can't be here way too long because I have just been getting awful sleep recently. I have not been sleeping very long. And today today, this morning, it's like 1:40 a.m. Today I'm definitely going to try to get to bed early and actually get some good sleep, hopefully. That's the plan. So I might just literally do like one lesson today, unless I'm like on a roll. I mean, I don't feel tired. I had a lot of coffee, but I'm going to try to sleep anyway. Anyhow, I didn't really check out my audio settings at all, so if I sounded awful yesterday, I'm going to sound just as awful today. And that's okay. That's fine. We're just gonna keep chugging forward and take things one step at a time. Burn those bridges when we get to them. Okay, today we're doing dictionaries. Dictionary is data similar to arrays, but works with keys and values instead of indexes. I remember these. They're not necessarily in an order, but they're each connected to like a specific thing. I didn't know they looked like this though. Each one can be accessed using a key, which is any type of object, a string, a number, a list. Okay, so strings, numbers, and lists are objects. I feel like they didn't make that super clear last time. This is, I've said this a few times, but this website it's working out great for me so far since I, have some experience with this. I mean, considering, it's been at least 2 or 3 months since I last did any of those tutorials, and they were just video tutorials. I didn't actually code anything. I didn't follow along the exercises. This is helping me refresh myself surprisingly well. But I don't know how great this would be for absolute beginners. But I like that. I feel like I have the opportunity to teach myself little things here and there, and then I kind of have to sit and think through issues sometimes. The answers are all there in front of me, but I have to find them and kind of logic it out. Kind of. Yeah, I mean, if this is really easy and I get it done quick, maybe I'll do a couple. What's after this? Dictionaries, modules, and packages. Sounds fun. Okay. It's accessed with a key, any type of object, instead of using its index to address it. I don't know. For example, a database of phone numbers could be stored using a dictionary like this. Phone book, curly brackets. I feel like is that dictionaries, or is that I'm assuming that's dictionaries. They're in curly brackets. Okay. So each value stored in a dictionary. I'm guessing these are the values stored in the dictionary and these are the keys. Might be backwards. But it says any type of object, a string, a number, a list. Yeah, these are strings, so. And these are values, I think. I don't know. So I don't know. I'm guessing I'll figure it out soon enough, and then it'll print the phone book. What is that going to look like? Okay, so yeah, curly brackets are dictionaries. Does it say, when they say keys and values? Okay, alternatively, a dictionary can be initialized with the same values in the following notation. Oh, that kind of reminds me of C. It's a lot of curly bracket up here, and then down here they'll do the close curly bracket. But I guess this is just for dictionaries. John, Jack, Jill, same thing then. Yeah, okay. Cool. Iterating over dictionaries. Okay, be iterated over just like a list. However, a dictionary, unlike a list, does not keep the order of the values stored in it. To iterate over key value pairs, use the following syntax. Yeah, I'm curious. These two, when they were printed, just so happen to be in the exact same order. But they kind of imply that dictionaries don't have an order, so I don't know how that works. Probably just something I don't understand yet. Dictionaries can be iterated over. A dictionary, unlike a list, does not keep the order of values stored in it. To iterate over key value pairs, use the following syntax. For name, number. Okay, so you do key, then value. To iterate over key value pairs. They're calling them key value pairs, so I'm guessing the first thing is key and the second thing is value. It'd be weird if it was the other way around. So name is the key, number is the value in phonebook dot items. I hope that means that, like, specifically the syntax is dot items, parentheses. Print phone number of S is D, name and number. Yeah, they do that percent thing again. Oh, okay, so this one, instead of printing just the straight up dictionary, it'll print this format. Yeah, phone number of John is so-and-so. Okay. Removing a value. To remove a specific index, use either one of the following notations. Either one. Del phone book for delete. John, print phone book, so it'll just show the other two. Okay, Jack and Jill. Makes sense. Or John, Jack, Jill, phone book dot pop John. So you either use del or, so del, I think this is a keyword, right? Whereas in this case, it's either a method or a function or something. I still got to work on building up my my programming vocabulary. Come on, run. Okay. All right, same diff. So pop just means delete it, I guess. I'm assuming. Oh, okay, we're already here. All right, add Jake to the phone book with the phone number 93 and remove Jill. Okay, my code goes here. Okay. Del phone book. I've immediately forgotten how to do this. I'm pretty sure it was this. Whoops, that's not right. That's not right. That's right. Phone book. What are we deleting? With the phone number. No. Remove Jill. Okay, so I guess I do the quote for that. It's Jill. Oops, that is very wrong. I mean, I'm hoping that's right. Right? Yeah. No, wait. Yes. Okay, so Jill. But before that, we should add Jake. I don't know if it needs to be in that order specifically, but how did we add it? Did it say how to add? Oh, right, yeah. Okay, so this is how you do it. Store, you just say phone book. You basically, it's like assigning a variable. Okay. So I just literally type it like that. There's no phone book. Do phone book. Jake equals, what was that? 938. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually look at my keyboard to do that. 938 2 7 3 3 4 4 3. Wait, is that right? 938 2 7 3 3 4 4 3. Okay, yeah, should be right? Okay. If Jake in phone book, print Jake is listed in the phone book. I don't know if it's supposed to do this script part, but I guess I did it right. If Jill not in phone book, Jill is not listed. Okay. Okay, let's try the solution just to be sure. Hey, look at that. We did it perfectly. And let's try it the other way. Book dot whoops dot pop submit. Sweet. Okay, that's how we do it, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, all is well. Next tutorial. Okay. In programming, a module is a piece of a software that has a specific functionality. For example, when building a ping pong game, one module may be responsible for the game logic and another module draws the game on the screen. Each module consists of a different file which may be edited separately. A piece of software that has specific functionality. I mean, that's okay. It's not a very informative explanation. For example, when building a ping pong game, one module may be responsible for the game logic and another module draws the game on the screen. Well, I mean, actually, never mind. That does make sense. Okay. Each module consists of a different file, which may be edited separately. Writing modules. Okay, this, I don't remember learning anything about modules or writing modules. Oh, jeez. Oh. Okay. This is a bit of a ramp up. I mean, I don't know for sure that this is a lot more difficult, but there's a lot of stuff that I do not recall ever learning. Good grief. Okay. Alright. And yeah. I mean, I'll give it my best shot, but I definitely need to go to bed soon, so maybe I'll try as hard as I can and maybe sleep on it if it's difficult. Actually, really quick, I'm gonna go back to like the list here. So learn the basics is, okay, so this is near the end of the basics. And then there's, I mean, coding for kids. I think that's a whole, I'm not gonna do any of that. And then we do advanced tutorials. I'm actually gonna peek ahead at this. No. Sorry for the ads. This is not a sponsored thing. Stream, video. They're used to create iterators, but with a different approach. I mean, this seems less advanced. They're easy to implement, but difficult to understand. We'll see about that. Wait, where are we? Modules and packages, okay. Oh, Nelly, okay. In programming, a module is a piece of software. Oh wait, we already read that, okay. They're edited separately. Modules in Python are just Python files with a .py extension. The name of the module is the same as the file name. Okay, a Python module can have a set of functions, classes, or variables defined and implemented. The example above includes two files. mygame /game.py and mygame /draw.py. Okay. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. I'm hoping that this is just long-winded but not actually confusing. I mean, it's hard to tell. This game, I mean, this website is kind of, it's just a bit bloated with visual stuff. But if you can mentally clear, like, if you can filter a lot of it out, it's actually pretty straightforward. Let's see. The Python script game.py. Okay, so these are files with like they would have completely different like programs individually. Okay, it implements the game. It uses the function draw game from the file draw.py. Wait, okay, so game.py uses draw.py, or in other words, the draw module that implements the logic for drawing the game on the screen. Modules are imported from other modules using the import command. Okay. Okay, use import command to draw that from that, and in this example, the game.py script may look something like this. Import draw. just says import draw. Okay, def play game. That's this in. Okay. Oh, wait. So this is a function called play game, and it's just 3 dots, I guess. Okay, and this is a function main. That kind of reminds me of C also. You have to like open up a main function or something in C. I like C. I hope I can try and learn C after this, because I remember it was just kind of fun. Well, not fun, but like interesting looking. The Python is much easier to read. Result equals play game, which is this function. Draw game result. This means that if this script is executed, then main will be executed. Wait, do you have to keep doing another pound sign every time you're doing another line of comments? That doesn't just go to the next line. So if this script is executed, then main will be executed? I mean, alright. So if name equals main. Okay, I hope I learn about these double underscore things. Wait, so if name equals main, then main will execute? Does this do anything? Okay. No module named draw. Okay, so this is just a example. Might look something like this. Okay. And the draw module would look like this. Def draw game, clear screen. Okay, so I'm guessing the actual, if you actually made a program like this, it wouldn't have these like 3 dot things. I don't think I'm even supposed to understand what I'm looking at right now. I think they're just trying to show me. I hope I'm not supposed to understand what I'm looking at, because I certainly don't. In this example, the game module imports the draw module, which enables it to use functions implemented in that module. The main function uses the local function play game. So this one uses this function. Okay. So it uses the local function play game to run the game. Okay, that's why it's got the 3 dots, because in real life it would not be 3 dots. Then it draws the result of the game using a function implemented in the draw module called draw game, right here. To use the function draw game from the draw module, we need to specify in which module the function is implemented using the dot operator. Okay. Does that mean these are actually important? I mean, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe that's not the dot operator. To reference the draw game function from the game module, we need to import the draw module and then call draw.draw underscore game. And then in this case, you do result here. And this result is like a variable that has another function in it. Or this function, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. When the import draw directive runs. Directive. Does that mean it's like kind of like in a console when you do the dir thing? I hope I'm understanding that. When the directive runs, the Python interpreter looks for a file in the directory in which the script was executed with the module name and a py suffix. In this case, it will look like for draw.py. If it is found, it will be imported. If it is not found, it will continue looking for built-in modules. What does that mean? It continues looking for built-in modules? Like automatically, or does it like just check for modules that are built in afterwards? You may have noticed that when importing a module, a .pyc file is created. I did not notice that. Was I supposed to see that here? .pyc file. .pyc file. PYC is not mentioned at any point. It's such a bizarre thing to say. You may have noticed something that has not. Maybe I am, like, maybe this is for people who are like actually doing coding on their own on the side. Because I don't know what they mean when they say you may have noticed when importing a module. Okay, so this is called a compiled Python file. Okay, .pyc. Python compiles files into Python bytecode so that it won't have to parse the files each time modules are loaded. I remember hearing about like Python, there's like compiled languages and interpreted languages, and I thought Python was an interpreted language, but this might be a completely different thing. But it's into Python bytecode so that it won't have to parse the files every time the modules are loaded. If a PyC file exists, it gets loaded instead of the Py file. This process is transparent to the user. Transparent to the user, does that mean it's made very clear to me? Or does that mean it's invisible to me? Because that's, I mean, transparent means like clear. Like normally when you call something transparent, it means, I don't know. Yeah, normally it means it means it's made clear to you. It's very like shown to you, but also transparent's another way to say invisible. So I don't know. I don't really know if that's I don't know. Importing module objects to the current namespace. A namespace is a system where every object is named and can be accessed in Python. We import the function drawGame into the main script's namespace by using the from command. And every coding tutorial kind of has like a huge ramp up in difficulty at some point. Everything makes sense until it doesn't. I don't want to be over dramatic though, so I'm just gonna keep at it until I actually can't comprehend anything. I mean, as long as I can do the exercises at the end, it means I'm at least understanding enough to move on to the next bit. All right. We import the function drawGame into the main script's namespace by using the from command. So game.py, import the draw module. I don't understand if this comment is like just supposed to tell me what file I'm supposed to imagine I'm looking at. Like this is what it looks like inside the game.py file. Import the draw module. From draw, import drawGame. Okay, actually wait, I think I understand that. Yeah, so drawGame is a what? Function. Okay, so we're importing the function from this module, draw.py. Those are modules, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, so these are modules. This is a function in that module. We import the function drawGame into the main script's namespace by using the from command. So from the module draw, we are importing the function drawGame. This doesn't have parentheses next to it, but in this case it does, and it has an argument passed into it as well. Okay, so define main result equals play game. Play game is a function defined in game.py, but this is game.py. I don't know. All right, and then draw game results. Okay, will this show me anything? No. Okay. We import the function drawGame into the main script's namespace by using the from command. Okay, well, all right, well, this makes sense at least. I'm using this function because we got it from this module. You may have noticed that in this example, the name of the module does not precede drawGame. Wait, the name of the module does not precede because we've specified the module name using the import command. When did we do that? Is that here? Is that here? Import draw. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, that's right there. What am I thinking? You may notice this example, the name of the module does not precede drawGame. Oh, okay, I think they're talking about how here, somewhere over here, it says draw.drawGame. So in this case, this is the name of the module, and then it's .drawGame, the function. So in this case, it's not draw.drawGame because we've specified the module name with the import command. Okay. I mean, I'll take note of that, but I don't really understand what advantages of this notation is you don't have to reference the module over and over. Oh, okay, so I don't have to keep saying draw dot. Okay. However, a namespace cannot have two objects with the same name, so the import command may replace an existing object in the namespace. So that's the downside. Importing all objects from a module. And you can use the import space asterisk command to import. It's like I'm multiplying. Oh no, never mind. No, you just import space asterisk. Okay, you can use import asterisk command to import all the objects from draw import. Oh, I see. Okay, instead of saying import specific thing, you just put an asterisk and it does everything. And then same thing, draw game result. This might be a bit risky as changes in the module may affect the module which imports it, but it is shorter and doesn't require you to specify every object you want to import from the module. Okay. Yeah, well, I'll remember that that's risky. Because, I mean, it might be easier to just do it without the asterisk, especially because it'll make everything very clear. But I don't imagine I'll be working with a lot of this stuff early on. Modules may be loaded under any name you want. Custom import name. Under any name you want? This is useful when importing a module conditionally to use the same name. For example, if you have two draw modules with slightly different names, you may do the following. If visual mode, import draw visual as draw. So as, it's weird that they didn't specify that you use like this specific, I mean, I guess they're showing me here, but, oh well, okay. If visual mode, we draw using graphics, import draw visual as draw, else in textual mode, import draw textual as draw. Wait, so if visual mode, import draw visual as draw, else, oh, so if it's not in visual mode, we'll import draw textual as draw, which I'm assuming that means if we were in textual mode, we print out text. Okay. Def main result equals play game. Draw game result. Okay. Module initialization. Yeah, I'm beginning to think more and more that this tutorial is kind of just like here's a syntax and here's how you do this syntax and here's how you do this. I don't know if it'll all come together really. So, you know, at some point we're probably gonna have to switch over to Free Code Camp or something else. Or maybe I'll just be forced to start just trying to make projects. I don't know. First time a module is loaded into a running Python script, it's initialized by executing the code in the module once. If another module imports the same module again, it will not be loaded again, so local variables inside the module act as a singleton, meaning they're initialized only once. You can then use this to initialize objects. Oh boy, I don't understand that at all. So draw.py, def draw game. When clearing the screen, we can use the main screen object initialized in this module. Clear screen, dot notation, def clear screen. Oh, so clear screen is defined after this is defined. Class screen. Oh, see, so they're making a class. Okay. First time a module is loaded into a running Python script is initialized by executing the code in the module once. So it won't be loaded again if it imports the same module. So local variables inside the module act as a singleton. It's initialized only once. Is this going to do anything? Okay, well it didn't throw an error, but it did just do nothing. There are a couple ways to tell if the Python interpreter, or to tell the Python interpreter where to look for modules, aside from the default local directory and built-in modules. You can use the environment variable Python path, the environment variable Python path. So So it's a variable, but I don't know what an environment variable is. But you can use it to specify additional directories to look for modules like this. Python path equals /foo python game.py. I wonder how much of this is like the actual syntax, the consistently, like how much of it is like just random examples they're using versus like something you would that would like be, what's the word, consistent. Like, is this the actual syntax? I don't know what =/foo means either. Like, I don't know if /foo is what they're going for here, or if =/ is another type of like operator or something. It says executes game.py and enables the script to load modules from the foo directory as well as the local directory. So is foo directory, like, is that just something built into Python or something everyone has on their computer, or is this just like a weird example they're using? You may use the sys.path.append function, execute it before running the import command /foo. So yeah, that just does nothing. Oh boy. /foo. Is that just something that hypothetically you might have in your files? No, the foo directory has been added to the list of paths where modules are looked for. Okay. Okay, alright. Exploring built-in modules. Check out the full list of built-in modules in Python standard library here. I mean, I guess I'll check it out, but like, I don't see myself back. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this is, I imagine this is something that we use as reference, not memorize. Okay. Two very important functions come in handy when exploring modules in Python, the dir and help functions. To import the module, urllib, which enables us to create and read data from URLs. We import the module, import urllib, urllib.url open, ... Okay, yeah, that probably is important. Yeah, all these are just going to throw errors because we're just dealing with hypothetical imaginary files right now. We can look for which functions are implemented in each module by using the dir function. Okay, so wait, so this looks like something you would do in the console. Like, kind of like when you type help into the console or something like that, and it like tells you all the different stuff you can do. That's what this looks like. Like, it's just saying all the different kind of like console stuff you can do. I wonder if, I mean, this triple greater than sign kind of, I think that indicates like I think if you were in the console, that would mean that you're running Python in the console. Maybe I could be getting that completely wrong, but this just looks more like console stuff rather than like something I would write in a program. Okay. When we find the function in the module we want to use, we can read more about it with the help function using the Python interpreter. Okay, yeah, so will this tell us? No, this is going to throw an error, but okay. I get what they're saying, even though there's not like a real demonstration of it. Packages are namespaces containing multiple packages and modules. Packages are namespaces. I still don't really know what that means. They're just directories, but with certain requirements. Each package in Python is a directory which must contain a special file called init.py. This file, which can be empty, indicates that the directory it's in is a Python package. That way it can be imported the same way as a module. Okay, so a package can be imported just like a module. Wait, packages are namespaces containing multiple packages and modules. I mean, okay, If it just said packages are namespaces containing multiple modules, that would make sense. But a package can be a namespace containing multiple packages. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, but that's a little confusing. Each package in Python is a directory which must contain a special file called init.py. It can be empty, but it indicates that the directory it's in is a Python package. That way it can be imported the same way as a module. Okay, so just as long as it's a directory that has this in it, that means that basically Python can like find it, I guess. That way it'll be imported the same way as a module. If we created a directory called foo, okay, so that's not like a universal consistent thing. It's a hypothetical, because I've heard this in other coding tutorials, so I wonder if that's just common practice to use the word foo as an example, or I don't really know. So it marks the package name. We can create a module inside the package called bar. Oh, foo bar. Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's all right. They're just using. I guess this is some kind of like in-joke in tutorials or something, kind of like Hello World. Okay, we create a directory called foo, which makes the package name. We can then create a module inside that package called bar. We can add the file init.py inside the foo directory. To use the module bar, we can input it. So import foo.bar, or yeah, from foo import bar. All right, this is all coming together. But these two just mean the same thing. In the first example above, we have to use the foo prefix whenever we access the module bar. Okay. So that means if later you were writing more code, you would have to do foo.something again. In the second example, we don't, because we've imported the module to our module's namespace. So in this case, we wouldn't have to say foo.something. We could just use the bar function. Or wait, bar's a module. Yeah. But yeah, we could just use bar without having to type foo every time. Okay, the init.py file can also decide which module packages exports as the API. I forget what API means. While keeping other modules internal by overriding the __all__ variable, like so. Ah yes, that's very clear. So init.py can decide which modules the package exports, while keeping other modules internal. So it overrides the all variable? I mean, I'm not gonna like get a clear demonstration here, am I? No. I don't understand that at all. In this exercise, print an alphabetically sorted list of all the functions in the re module containing the word find. Huh? Print an alphabetically sorted list of all the functions in the re module containing the word find. So we're importing re, and since we imported re, I don't know. Okay, code goes here. Find members. Okay, so containing the word find. My code goes here. Does that mean I edit this, or is that just... Okay, so somewhere up here it told us how to make an alphabetically sorted list. This does not look like it's alphabetically sorted. Oh, okay. I just realized they probably want me to... Full list of built-in modules. Yeah, I might have to use this thing. Okay, find a full list of... Print an alphabetically sorted list of all the functions in the re module containing the word find. So it has to be alphabetically sorted and contain the word find. Okay, this might be one of those situations where I'll just have to check the solution if it gets way too crazy. All right, let's look here. What was after modules and modules packages? Oh yeah, input and output. I'm gonna real quick check that out too and see if it's too confusing. I would at least like to finish all the like basic things. Okay, let's see. Input and output, input, Output formatting. This looks far less complicated than what we were just doing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this looks doable. So this part, this modules and packages thing, probably looks like it's the most complicated part of the earlier parts of this tutorial. This library reference manual describes the standard library that is distributed with Python. Okay. It's very extensive. Okay. What are we looking for again? Okay. An alphabetically sorted list, and it's containing the word find. Okay. Built-in functions, built-in constants, built-in types, built-in exceptions, test processing services, binary data services, data types, numeric and mathematical, functional programming module. Maybe that's what I need. Functions creating iterators for efficient looping, higher order functions and operators and callable objects. Standard operators as functions. File and directory access. I feel like this actually might be what we're looking for. Object-oriented file system path. File and directory comparisons. Data persistence, compression and archiving, file formats, cryptographic. Command line interface libraries. That could be useful. Parser for command line options. I don't think so. Concurrent execution. It might actually be up here. I think I might have just gone right past it. Built-in functions, built-in constants, built-in types, truth value testing, Boolean operators, comparisons, iterator types, sequence types. Alright, well, let's try built-in functions. Oh boy. Oh wait, actually this might be what we need. Okay, what do we need? Alphabetically sorted, containing the word find. Well, okay. Alright, let's scan all this. Any turns true. Bin. Nope. Bool. Class bool. Breakpoint. No. Breakpoint. This function drops you into the debugger at the call site. Okay. Byte array. Bytes. Callable. Return true if an object argument appears callable. CHR. Class method. Compile. Nope. Oh, jeez. Complex. Delator. Dict. The the dictionary class. Oh, Nelly. Okay, without arguments, return the list of names in the current local scope. With an argument, attempt to return a list of valid attributes for that object. This might actually be what we're looking for, especially because that's what we were learning about. Containing the word find, alphabetically sorted. Okay. And the remodule. Okay, so the object has a method named dir underscore underscore dir underscore underscore. This method will be called and must return a list of attributes. This allows objects that implement a custom get attribute function to customize the way dir reports their attributes. Alright, this sounds promising. Okay, so import, so this like import re here says import struct dir show names in the module namespace. Wait, so this would show the names in the module. This would be, I'm looking for the functions in the module. containing the word find. So this would find names in the module namespace. And the names in the struct module. Wait, so dir struct. Okay. Alright, so this would, in its namespace, I still don't know what a namespace is, but this shows those, and one of them is struct. So if you do dir struct, it'll show struct, all, built-in, doc file, all that. Okay. But it doesn't alphabetically give it to me. Let's just find members. Yeah, see, whatever I do, I'm guessing has to involve this too, right? Which is just a list. Okay, print an alphabetically sorted list. So I guess after... Okay, wait. Maybe when it says that your code goes here, it means under this. Like it's doing this to create a list. Because I know that you can make a list by doing that. And then I'm supposed to add stuff to the list. It's all supposed to be alphabetically sorted. It's all of the functions in the re module containing the word find. See, this looks like it makes a list. The resulting list is sorted alphabetically. So yeah, if you do this dir thing, it just makes its own list. This might not be what I'm looking for, but I think I'm on the right track. For other containers, see the built-in. Okay. So dir object. Without arguments, return the list of names in the current local scope. So this is without an argument. In the current local scope, with an argument, attempt to return a list of valid attributes. A list of valid attributes for that object. Well then, oh, good grief. This allows objects that implement a custom get attribute function to customize the way. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. Object.get attribute get name. Okay, called unconditionally to implement attribute access for instances of the class. If the class also defines that. Okay. This method may still be bypassed. Okay. And this is set attribute. Okay, this is not giving me the information I wanted. Really? Man, I want to... I hope this isn't something like ridiculously simple and I'm just overcomplicating it, because that would be quite an unpleasant revelation. Maybe I just haven't kept looking. I still I like the direction we're going with this. It feels like I'm on the right track with this dir thing. The object does not provide dir function, tries its best to gather information from the object's attribute. See, I don't know if attribute is what I'm looking for here. Div mod, enumerate. List, enumerate, seasons. Oh, okay, that makes them numbered. I think that's literally what enumerate means. Exec. Maybe I should just like control F. Oh, function. Okay. Construct an iterator from the elements of the iteratable for which function is true. Item for item and iterable. Wait, this sounds promising, but it's not really going into detail. I'm gonna control F, alphabetical. What? It's not letting me. Control F. Why can't I control F? I need that more than I've ever needed it in my life. I really need a control F right now. Can I not control? Oh, okay, it's down here. I didn't even look. Okay, control F. Alphabetical. Alright, alright, alright. Next. The resulting list is sorted alphabetically. Okay. Oh wait, this is... this is what I was looking at. Oh wait, so these are alphabetical. Yeah, okay. Wait, I didn't even notice that. I gotta pay more attention, man. I guess this counts as coming first because it starts with a capital S. Or maybe because, oh, maybe since these all... Oh, no, wait, that doesn't make sense. I was gonna say maybe underscore is like last. So, like, they all come afterwards, but no, see, in the case of this... Okay, either there's some special reason that this one comes first, or it's because it's a capital S, and every other one doesn't. Okay, so I'm quite confident that I'm gonna need to use the dir thing, which makes sense because that's something that we learned in this lesson. Yeah, that's what they did here. It's exactly what they did here. Oh, and these all start with capitals. Okay, these are... Oh my lord, this is alphabetical. The answer was right here the whole time. Okay, well, I'm learning a lot about paying more attention and also finding answers for myself. Both are good lessons to learn. Both are very valuable lessons to learn. Okay. So dir is how we do it. So import URL lib, dir URL lib. Okay, so if I say dir, all right, so saying dir will like create this list. In this case, it does make a list. It makes a list on its own. But this makes it seem like I need to add it to this list. I bet that's here too. I bet somewhere here it tells me exactly how to specifically make this only say things that have the word find in it. Oh geez. Man, I'm so curious. I'm tempted to just hit solution and like see what it says, but I feel like I'm on a roll. Like I can figure this out. And that's the most important part, is learning to figure things out for yourself. You can't just rely on tutorials telling you what to do, or else you're not gonna get better ever. I gotta go to bed soon though. I'm still not tired though. Oh boy, okay. Oh wait, okay, wait, so I'm just gonna start from the beginning here. I'm gonna speed read this whole thing and see it. Now that I know exactly what I'm looking for, that's something they taught us in school too. They'd like have us read a story, and then after that there would be questions about the story, but they would say, hey, sometimes you should read the questions first, and then read the story so you know exactly what you're looking for. Or do it back and forth. Read the story first, figure out what questions so that you know what you're looking for, and then go back and read the story. That's what we're going to do here. This is meta learning. We're learning how to learn. Okay, so alphabetically sorted list. We know about the dir thing. We've got half of our thing here. At some point, I'm going to have to say dir re. But to find ones containing the word find. Okay. This is the longest lesson so far. Okay, module can have these two files. Python implements that, imported that. Might look like that. Yeah, and this doesn't say anything about finding specific things. Uses it to code. That doesn't say in code. Yeah, I don't think that's There it is. So when the import draw directive runs, la di da. Goodness gracious. Okay. Modules may be loaded in under any name you want. Yeah, this is also not. I don't think this is what I'm looking for either. First module is loaded. I mean, I hope I'm not scrolling past everything too quickly. Initialized once. Yeah, a lot of this just has nothing to do with the exercise. Couple ways to tell, probably because all this stuff is all about looking through directories, so there's no way to really put it in one of these little interactive thingies. If you, oh wait, there are a couple ways to tell the Python interpreter where to look for modules aside from the default local directory and built-in modules. You can use the environmental variable Python path to specify additional directories to look for modules like this. I mean, okay, I don't think this is it. Okay, now that the food directory's been added. Exploring built-in modules. Check out the full list. Two very important functions come in handy when exploring modules. Oh wait, maybe I should Control F find. Now that we've figured out the alphabetical part. Oh wait, no, not find. It's okay, wait. So two important functions come in handy in Python. Dir and help to import the module URL lib. We import the module. We can look for functions. We can look for which functions are implemented in each module using the dir function. We find the function in the module we want to use. We can read more about it with the help function. So yeah, so in this case, URL open, that's what they're doing over here. They're doing, so this is URL lib, and then this is one of the things you could do URL open, so then they're like help URL lib.url open. But ones that contain the word find, how do I look for that specifically? Is this how I would type dot find? So it would be help dot. No, that can't be right. The all variable, the init py file can decide which modules the package exports, as the API will keep them together. Print an alphabetically sorted list of all the functions in the re module containing the word find. I mean, yeah, because if I literally say like, wait, it would be print dir re, and I think that's how it works, right? Yeah, okay. So print dir re would print out this, but for the re module. Let's try that. I'm just gonna give it a shot. Okay. Did you correctly define the variable find members? Right. Oh. Yeah, so wait, okay. So I'm guessing, oh man, okay. So, I mean, this is a hint at least. So it says it got nothing. Because I'm guessing, even though I printed this out, what they wanted was for me to put it in here. So it's saying all I got was this. But it's expected find all and find it, or Did I correctly define the variable find members? So this needs to be defined as this is what it's saying, but it got just this, it's empty. So what I did here is just wrong. I think I am supposed to say print find members, though that part's not wrong. Okay. But how do I put it in here? What do I do? Containing the word find. How do I... Okay, maybe I should just look up find. Find, okay. It's one match without the strict equals true a bug that area. Hard to find bug. So this is the only instance of the word find here. Is there just some other tool that's like just absolutely looking in the wrong section? Built-in constants, built-in types. Comparisons, maybe? Nope, that's not correct. Let's check out this. Okay, nope. Built-in functions. That's what are built-in constants then? Okay. Well, it's got to be in built-in functions, right? Let's see, abs, iter, fall, annex, any, maybe it's bind. Nope. Annex, SC, byte array, breakpoint, bool, callable, class method. Iter, int, input, help. Okay, invoke the built-in help system. This function is intended for interactive use. Yeah, which I can't really... I mean, maybe I can. No argument is given. The interactive system starts on the interpreter console. This argument is string. The string is looked up. Oh, wait. Invoke the built-in help system. This function is intended. If no argument is given, the interactive help system starts on the interpreter console. If the argument is a string, the string is looked up as the name of a module, function, class, method, keyword, or documentation topic, and a help page is printed on the console. If the argument is any other kind of object, the help page on the object is... Wait, so maybe I can... Maybe I can just say help. Wait, what would I do in that case? Because that would make sense because it says to do that here also. Help. Help find. Wait, so... Okay, you know what? Yeah, let's give this a shot. I don't think it'll be the solution, but it'll help me. So help using the Python. So help. I'm gonna say print help. Print help. Re.find. Yeah, okay. Print help. Re.find. Okay. Okay. Module re has no attribute find. And I might just throw in the towel on this one, but I'm gonna be real bummed if it's just something totally doable. Refresh this to clear all the things. Man, I don't know. What could it be? Even when I tried and it said like this is what it was expecting, I still can't really figure out what to do. Oh, okay. Oh, and then you make it append. See, I knew it had to do with something like adding it there. Oh, sorted. So I think I was supposed to just find the sorted thing here. Wait, that's up here, isn't it? Up at the top. Sorted. Yeah, I was just supposed to look through this entire page, which is probably what I should have done. That would have been a very useful exercise. Return a new sorted list from the items in iterable. It's two optional arguments which are specified as. Well, honestly, if set to true. Honestly, I'm pretty confident I would not have been able to find this on my own. I really don't think it would have worked. So for member in. Yeah. Okay, so you can iterate through that. Oh, because it's a list. Yeah, you can iterate through lists. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, you iterate through the list. Member in dir. I knew I was right. You were supposed to use dir. I didn't realize you were supposed to use a for loop to iterate through it and then say if find in member. Oh. I mean, again, I don't really think I would have been able to. Like, okay, so wait, yeah, I was just relying on the fact that the dir command would have made it alphabetical, but what I was supposed to do is print this list as sorted. And I was supposed to use a for loop to append every individual thing to it. Find members dot append member, and I forgot like how to do that too. I mean, it looks obvious now that I'm looking at it, but like I don't know if I would have just been able to pull this back out of my memory. Yeah, let's just look. Yeah, great work. Yeah, I just clicked solution. So that, when I still learned, but that's kind of a bummer. But I mean, yeah, I don't know that, I don't know that this is, really, yeah, overall, I like this tutorial, I like this website, but I don't know that it's, really, I think it's basically just like glorified flashcards, basically. Like it's showing you how to do every little individual thing in Python, but I don't think it's exactly gonna like make me a better programmer. I mean, taking all the time to figure all this stuff out, I think is improving my ability to do stuff like this, but I don't know that, yeah, I don't know if I really like screwed up my learning by looking at the answer. I think it's just something I'll have to learn later. Like if I didn't learn it now, I mean eventually I will learn it when it's completely necessary or when I start building things that require those functions and stuff. All right. Also, I think this is the last, let me see. It's the last thing in the learn the basics. Yeah, input and output. Okay, maybe I'll keep this library thing open, but then again, I don't think I'm going to be memorizing every single thing there. I'll just have to keep on referencing it, and then the things that I reference repeatedly will eventually stick in my mind, but at the end of the day, it's actually doing projects and stuff like that that'll teach me. Taking input and showing output in required ways plays an important role in interactive coding. Okay, so let's focus on input and output of various data types. This is used to take input as long as it has reached the end of a line. Oh, like this shows the user. It prompts the user to type something in. Okay, note that there should not be any spaces. Wait, this is used to take input as long as it reached the end of line? Is that proper? It didn't even capitalize the T here. This is used to take input as long as it reached end of line. That just seems like a mistake. Note that there should not be any spaces. Taking input terminates with a new line character, and if there are any spaces in the input line, it results in error. And there's no period at the end of this, and there's no spaces at the end of these periods. This is the jankiest sentence I've seen on this website. Prints out the input received from stdin. A string equals input give hello as input, print input. Also, that's gonna say nothing, but like I think it means I don't know if I'm supposed to type in hello here. I think it's sort of more like the user. Yeah, okay, that's not for me to do. That's another one of those not so interactive things. After taking the input, we can convert them to our required data type using functions like int, float, and str. Oh yeah, so like if they type in a number, I think it technically will count as a string until you have it turned into a integer. Could be wrong about that. And maybe sometimes you'll need to do that the other way around. Float input. Oh yeah, so float is also important because sometimes you need it to be like a decimal. And this probably won't show me anything, yeah, because a user has to input things. How to take two or more data types as input from a single line separated by spaces. I don't know if that's a mistake or not. Okay, I'm gonna check out the rest of this tutorial still, but I'm feeling more and more like I might need a different tutorial. I might go to free code camp later on in my learning journey. Split and map functions. Give 2 integers in the first line and more than 2 integers in the third line. Oh yeah, see, there's another input thing, so I don't know what this even means. A, B equals map. Oh, input split. Array equals input dot split. I have already noticed that print statement automatically inserts a new line. Oh yeah, I did. I mean, I knew about that already. Because normally you would like do like /n or something. But print has that built in. Use of a comma, like in the above code, prints the values in a single line separated by space. This my S module of various functions. The output must be self-explanatory. So A is this, D, which is an integer for some reason, B is 0.4f, which is how you do floats, and C is S, which is how you do strings. I don't know what the output must be self-explanatory means exactly. Write a program that asks the user to input their name, age, and country. The program should then print out a message that includes this information in a sentence. But then how, if I can't get any input from a user, then how am I gonna even check if this works? Ugh. Should demonstrate input handling and string formatting. Displaying the formatted sentence with name, age, and country. Hello, my name is this, I am this, and I am from this. You know, I think I understood absolutely nothing from this whole section. Okay, actually, I'm gonna call it in a bit. I do need to go to bed. I'm actually up later than I thought I'd be. But I'm honestly just gonna check out this solution and... Yeah, okay. I don't know. And yeah, if I submit, it doesn't even... I would have had no way of knowing whether I was right or wrong. It doesn't even say good job like it did last time. So like, even if I had done this perfectly, it wouldn't have said good job. I wouldn't have known. Okay, we're gonna check out, yeah, generators, list comprehensions, lambda functions, multiple function arguments. Let's just look at all this stuff and see if this might be better for review when you're like more well learned. I mean, at first it worked really good as review. I like relearned a lot of stuff that I hadn't done in a while, but now it's just confusing. I think the moment it got to stuff that I've never done before, I feel like I'm not learning new things exactly. I'm just sort of confused now. So Okay. Yeah, this, and I mean here it's not even really that Fibonacci numbers. So it's not that, I mean, it's not that this is like a very bad tutorial, but it now it seems like, well, even if I did the rest of these, I wouldn't exactly learn. It would just be like, here's this thing, and then I'd be like, all right, I either have to commit that to memory, and then I don't use it because I'm not building a project or anything. So I would just have to sort of hope that I keep it in memory. Yeah, so this is just like introducing another concept that I either commit to memory or just don't. Okay, so I think the value of this website is it is very, very useful for stuff that you have studied before. It's a very good way to refresh your memory or help you learn little new things about things you already know. But I think even if I did the whole rest of this stuff, it wouldn't exactly teach me to be a better programmer or improve like my abilities. It would just kind of be like, here's another thing you're supposed to understand and know how to do, and here's another thing you have to understand and know how to do. And then like all this eventually would just go in one ear and out the other. I'm definitely gonna come back to this website. I like this site a lot, but I think I'm gonna check out Free Code Camp again. Wait, I think am I logged in here? Oh wait, yes I am. Okay, but I don't want to put my name and stuff. Okay, they have, yeah, so they have this. This is like the main curriculum, and then our archive page. These are all the older things. They used to have this whole. It used to be a bit more expansive, but apparently less. Well, for some reason they felt the need to like revamp it. Right now we're in V9, so these are the V8 things. So I guess maybe, and then the ones that don't say V8, like, well, like these ones, V8, these ones are, the regular coursework has these things, like responsive web design, JavaScript certification, front-end development. Whereas this is like legacy responsive web design, legacy JavaScript algorithm and data structures. So it says V8 for these. And then quality assurance, that one's just not there. Scientific computing with Python, data analysis with Python, machine learning with Python. That sounds fun. Yeah, these are not in the new curriculum, so I might check these out later. But I guess since this this curriculum's kind of the newer one, I'm assuming it's more beginner friendly. It says it's recommended curriculum. I think you're supposed to do them in this order. Oh, and then the reason I clicked this is because I wanted to show that, where is it? Legacy Python for Everybody. This is the original course that I did when I first was like learning Python. Like no other tutorial helped me understand. Although the brilliant.org tutorial is pretty good. You can only do 2 lessons a day though, unless you pay for it, which I did pay for it at first, but that's because you originally could not do 2 lessons a day. But now you can. But yeah, about halfway through, I just started like totally not understanding anything. It was like, I think it was like somewhere in the networking area or web services. No, wait. Yeah, all this stuff about like databases, I understood almost nothing, but I went and did the whole thing anyway so that I could like understood like 5% of it. Anyway, I'm gonna try to start from Python certification. Maybe not tonight, because like I'm tired and I need to what the heck? Yeah, I don't know why some of these, I know that this part, introduction to Python and stuff, I did read these. I think I'm gonna reread all these later. yeah, understanding variable types. This has definitely been reworked since I was last here, because like these are now they expand into other sections. Everything that says theory is basically like you just read it. These I think are, yeah, that's new. Introduction to strings. Employee profile generator. Okay, this all seems cool and interesting. I wonder if there's a way to like uncheck these boxes. I'll look into that later, but yeah, I think I'm gonna abandon the Python, learnpython.org for now. It was good. It was a good refresher, a very good one. It made me feel a lot more confident that I can jump back into all this, but I think maybe tomorrow I'm gonna just try to go along with this curriculum. And honestly, this seems pretty understandable because I have a lot of, I've got, well, I don't have a lot of experience with Python, but that's where pretty much all of my programming experience is. And if it proves to be like far too difficult for me, if it's like way above my pay grade, I could just start with responsive web design and then like work my way to the Python certification, because I believe that's what they intended with this website. Yeah, so I'll give the Python certification a crack later. I'll try to find a way to undo these checkboxes too, but that's not super important. I could just reread them. And then if that's too difficult, I'll go to responsive web design. Oh, see, and this is another thing. When I tried to use this site a long time ago, I did these first 3 things for the build a cat photo app, and I still have not been able to like uncheck those boxes. Basically, I'm certain there's a way though. Anyhow, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it, or cross that bridge when we get to it, or what have you. But yeah, I definitely need to hop off now and try to get myself to bed. But I'm pretty excited. I think I made good progress, even though I kind of threw in the towel there with that site. I think things are going well so far. I'm excited to review all of this later. Okay. Time for me to hit the hay. Have a good night and a good morning and a good day. I gotta stop saying that, but see y'all later. Thanks for tuning in.